life off the grid is as good as it sounds, but that doesn't mean it's easy. In fact, it can be extremely difficult and dangerous. But considering the state of the world we live in, when a good friend of mine told me she wanted to live off the land and embrace life off the grid, I was all hands on deck, whatever I could do to help. Living off the land gives people the power and independence to not be bullied by the corrupt. What you're about to see isn't for everyone, but I'd say give it a shot and see where it takes you. Becoming entirely self-sufficient is a process that can take years, but I assure you all you need to get started is the will to keep on going and love for the land and all that it provides. I'm very grateful to the Longview community for sharing their beautiful land and resources with me. We stand on guard for thee. Enjoy the show, folks. Okay, so we got here, but it's gonna be tough to fit my truck through this trail, so we're gonna have to get creative and try to figure something out here. Look at that. Oh, new rims. On the right, snow's okay on the left. See? It's always good to check, you know, like why damage your vehicle for no reason? Yeah, let's keep going.
So the road straight ahead is icy. So what I'm gonna do is clear this area out, clear some of this area out so I can park my truck here and reverse it so we can get all this stuff out and take it on the sled down there. But if I leave it like this, then we have to walk through this snow to get to where we're going to, and we don't want that. So we're gonna clear this whole area out and then pretty much try to get the stuff out of the truck. It's really far up north, so we don't have many people coming here. It's usually like good courtesy to clear out people's snow, you know what I mean? Like your neighbors. It's just a good gesture. But yeah, anyways. So when you're axing these little branches, make sure you go against right here. You remember all of that snow that I had to drive through to get here? Yeah, so that snow is packing up. So a concern for me is, am I gonna be stuck here when I'm leaving? Like, am I gonna be able to get out? So with that being said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear some of this area here, so I'll be able to turn my truck around. Well, we have to keep an eye on the snow. That's a pretty big concern, we'll have to see. This sort of community living is not for everybody. And I wish you could see how difficult it is for people to be up here and how much strength, physical and mental, it takes to survive out here just for one night. It's crazy. We have quite a few chores to do here. I don't think I'll be able to have time to go ice fishing. I want to be useful to the other people, you know, and I don't want to just leave everything and just go ice fishing. It's kind of selfish. So super embarrassing moment. I cut myself pretty bad. I've already put rubbing alcohol on it, and then I put tape on it. But the problem is that I was bleeding so much that my finger, like my whole hand, started to freeze because of the blood coming on it and freezing on top of my hand. So almost lost my fingers there, but I'm okay now. I got some heat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up, treat my wound. It's a pretty deep cut, and then we're gonna bandage it up and then get going again. So Oh man, that's rough. Teaches you to be responsible here, eh? Still bleeding. Super tight. Now, when you put your band-aid on super tight, make sure you don't get frostbite because there's less blood going to the tip. So as long as you keep it warm, it should be okay. But I'm 100% I'm gonna keep bleeding, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape it. This is it. This is how you fix a bad cut.
So when you're getting it like first started, we've already, this has been going for like 10 or 20 minutes now, so unfortunately you don't get to see that first part, but we are still trying to get it warm enough where we can put the big logs in. So to help stop it from being so smoky every time you're opening it, because it's still just getting started, what I like to do that I found works for me is I make sure that the damper here is all the way open. So like this is all the way closed for this stove, and this is all the way open.
So the damper controls the flow of air.
Flow of that's going up.
Okay.
That's drawing it up. And then this is the intake. I make sure that the intake is shut all the way, and then I open this just a crack like that. You saw the difference of how the flames, if this is closed, you see how they kind of simmer more. But the second you open it, you see how they all flare up and they go towards the stovepipe, which is drawing a lot of that smoke out. And then I slowly open this a bit. There's like a cloud of smoke there. And then you'll see how I'm slowly opening the door. The smoke will go up into the chimney instead of out the door. I find when I open the door too fast, the smoke, I get like a puff of smoke.
And that's really not good because you don't want to be breathing that stuff in, right?
Yeah. So I found this method works. And then when I put some of these smaller but bigger logs, now that the fire's going pretty well, I put some new ones in there. And then to catch those on fire, I leave this door open like this, just a crack, and you can see inside how the flames are catching and it's going up. And you shut the door now. You seal the door. You see how the flame went down a bit? Every time I open this stove, I always close this intake and I open the damper all the way so that there's a lot of draw coming up this way to pull all the smoke out. And then I open the door just a crack and I wait for it to start drawing up. And then I open it slowly, and then that way it's not pulling smoke out by opening
Look
it too
at that.
fast.
You can see there's like no smoke coming outside. That's fantastic. I've always wondered like why am I breathing in all this smoke every time I open a stove? But this is fantastic. Like, this is great.
And I've had to learn pretty fast because getting smoke all in here and then having to air it out when it's freezing outside is not fun.
It can get as cold as -40 here.
Yeah. And at this point, the coals right in the middle there, you can see are pretty hot, so I think I can actually spread them out now. And this is when we can start putting in all of our like bigger kinds of pieces of wood and start stocking it up higher.
What we're doing here is clearing out the snow off of the roof of his trailer. In case you don't know, a lot of trailers are not meant to be, a lot of trailers are not winterized. So what that means is that the snow is going to push the roof in and, lead to all kinds of problems like cracks, leaks. So what I'm gonna do for my friend is make sure that I clear this roof off so she's like comfortable and doesn't have to deal with a roof repair in the middle of winter. So let's get that done. So my cut keeps opening up, and I had another cut that's healed, so I took the electrical tape off of that, then I put it on my actual cut that keeps on bleeding since last night. Yeah, electrical tape, folks. If you sit on the edge, you won't put too much pressure on the roof. You just need to be careful by your roof.
Yeah, I know.
I think the snow is like pushing it in quite a bit.
Yeah, that's really. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's like at an angle. It's just because this could also be from before too. Like maybe they didn't shovel the snow
I
off,
think
so that's what it did. But you can fill that up with like insulation foam. Yeah, so this might be because of some like water damage.
Yeah, water damage.
And
like,
then
this room is the water a little bit.
yeah.
This room is the bit.
Got it.